Just when many Nigerians thought the year had already delivered all its surprises, the final days brought a moment that froze conversations across the country. This was not a trending rumor. This was not a leaked audio. This was not a political blog post. This came straight from a Federal High Court in Abuja. A former Attorney General of the Federation, a man who once stood at the very peak of Nigeria's justice system, was ordered into Kuje Correctional Center. And he didn't go alone. Standing beside him were his son and a female associate, widely identified in reports as his wife. For many Nigerians, the symbolism was almost too heavy to ignore. A man who once approved detentions, a man who once defended high-profile incarcerations, a man who once spoke for the law itself, now sleeping behind the same high walls. Tonight, we break down exactly what happened, why the court refused bail, what the EFCC is alleging, and what this case means for Nigeria's fight against corruption. No noise, no exaggeration, just the facts, clearly explained. If you believe Nigerians deserve clear and honest breakdowns of major national events, please like this video now. It helps Naija Media Connect reach more viewers and keeps important stories alive. For years, his name carried enormous weight in Nigeria's legal and political circles. He served as Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice for nearly a decade. During that time, he became one of the most powerful legal figures in the country. As AGF, he was the government's chief legal advisor, the authority behind major prosecutions, the defender of controversial executive decisions, the final legal voice on some of Nigeria's most sensitive national matters. To supporters, he was a seasoned legal mind. To critics, he was a symbol of unchecked influence. But one thing was never in doubt: power followed him everywhere. That is why the courtroom scene in Abuja felt unreal to many observers. This time, he wasn't seated with authority. He wasn't addressing the court. He wasn't defending a government position. He stood in the dock. Beside him stood his adult son, a man now facing the same serious allegations. And then there was the third defendant, a woman officially described in court documents as a business associate, but widely identified in public discussion as his wife. That detail alone turned the case from a personal legal issue into a family-wide legal battle. For the first time in years, the man who once spoke for the law had to answer to it. Tuesday morning at the Federal High Court in Abuja started quietly. There was no dramatic announcement, no public spectacle, just another scheduled court session. Then the defendants were brought in. Court observers noticed something immediately. The tension was thick. As the charges were read aloud, the courtroom became silent. The prosecution outlined multiple counts, including alleged financial misconduct, conspiracy, unlawful acquisition of assets, laundering of funds through corporate channels. Each defendant was asked to respond. One by one, they all pleaded not guilty. That was expected. Then came the turning point. Their legal team requested bail, arguing that the defendants were respected citizens who would not interfere with investigations. But the judge was not persuaded. In firm, measured words, the court ruled that bail could not be granted without hearing the prosecution's formal response. And then came the sentence that sent shockwaves across Nigeria. All three defendants were to be remanded in Kuje Correctional Center. No temporary release, no special conditions, no delay, straight to custody. In that moment, power meant nothing. Many Nigerians immediately asked one question: why didn't the court grant bail? The answer lies in procedure. The judge explained that bail is not automatic. Proper filings must be reviewed. The prosecution has a right to respond. The seriousness of the charges requires caution. This was not personal, it was procedural. The court fixed a later date to fully consider bail applications, meaning the defendants would remain in custody until then. And that detail changed everything. It meant crossing into the new year behind bars. For a man who once shaped Nigeria's legal direction, the reversal was profound. If you want continued updates on this case without distortion or exaggeration, subscribe to Naija Media Connect and turn on notifications.
The EFCC's case is built on one major claim: that large sums of money were allegedly acquired and concealed through corporate fronts. According to court filings, funds allegedly moved through company accounts. Transactions allegedly spanned several years. Corporate structures were allegedly used to disguise ownership. Investigators claim the funds did not align with legitimate income sources. They also allege that certain bank accounts were used as pass-through channels. Some companies were allegedly created solely for asset acquisition. Financial trails show patterns consistent with laundering. The EFCC has emphasized that these are not assumptions but claims supported by documents they intend to present in court. Witnesses listed include financial investigators, bank officials, business associates. Once again, it must be stated clearly, these are allegations. The court will decide guilt or innocence. Perhaps the most eye-opening part of the case is the property list. Investigators allege that luxury real estate acquisitions form the backbone of the case. According to filings, properties include high-value residential homes in Abuja, commercial hospitality assets, multiple locations across different states. The EFCC claims some properties were registered under company names. Others were allegedly purchased through associates. Financial trails allegedly masked the true source of funds. Experts say real estate is often targeted because property values can absorb large sums, ownership can be disguised, assets are difficult to trace quickly. This is why the EFCC is pushing for asset forfeiture proceedings alongside the criminal case. For many Nigerians, this case feels symbolic. Kuje Correctional Center is not just any prison. It has housed politicians, activists, high-profile detainees. Some of those detentions were legally defended by the same man now remanded there. That irony has dominated public conversation. On social media, some Nigerians call it justice, others call it karma. Some remain cautious. There is no celebration here, only reflection. Power is temporary, records remain. No major Nigerian case escapes this question. Is this a genuine anti-corruption effort or political retaliation? Supporters say the law must apply to everyone. No one should be untouchable. Critics argue past cases collapsed mysteriously. Selective enforcement is real. The truth will emerge only through the trial. Share this video so more Nigerians can follow this case closely. Nigeria Media Connect is committed to facts, not noise. The next major date is the bail hearing. Possible outcomes: bail granted, bail denied, conditions imposed. Beyond bail, the trial itself will determine whether evidence stands, whether witnesses hold up, whether this case becomes historic or forgotten. Nigeria is watching. One thing is certain: this moment has already entered history. From power to prison in a single ruling. This is Nigeria Media Connect. Stay informed, stay vigilant.